So by and large, day by day, Gen Z is actually giving up alcohol. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a couple reasons why this is the case. The first reason, we can actually have fun without it. So if you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, my name's Alton and I am 25 years old. I was born in the year 2000, so I am technically a Gen Zer. And yeah, a lot of my peers, I live here in Los Angeles, California. I actually was at a party last night. A lot of my peers are actually going sober because we can just have fun without it. I heard the stat that only 20% of Gen Z drinks, and that actually feels about right to me. Like at the party last night, there were a lot of people there that were actually just sober and not drinking. I actually have quit drinking about a month ago. I've been sober for about 1 month. So guys, pray for me as I continue along this journey. But yeah, even at the party, I saw a lot of people that were just drinking like juice in their hand or just had waters. It's like, we don't need alcohol to have a good time. The second reason, a lot of us view drinking as something that old people do. So it's like our parents drink, you know, it's almost like the old timers would drink, you know, guys would come home after a long day at work to the nagging wife while she's drinking a glass of wine, and he'd have a couple beers to kind of calm down the night. But it's kind of like we don't want to be like the generation before us. We don't want to be like our parents. And on top of this, we're like the new generation. We're the new wave. I always tell people I'm a real geek. Like there are so many other drugs out there that were previously super stigmatized. Things like smoking, things like psychedelics, which now are more and more commonplace, which make us actually go towards those. Like I love different drugs, and a lot of Gen Zers will protest to this. Like there's a lot of different ways to take the edge off. Again, whether it be like microdosing, shrooms or whatever, or even like LSD, you can smoke, or even with smoking, there's different ways to ingest it. You could do droplets, there's even edibles. A lot of people here in LA will take edibles because it's like better for you instead of smoking, because anytime that you like smoke or vape, there is combustion, like almost like fire that's lighting, and it's not good for you to inhale it. But you can get around that super easily. Like edibles are so easy and acceptable to get nowadays. The third reason is that we're informed about the mass like negatives that drinking can do to you. So I feel like for Gen Zers, we always grew up hearing like, don't drink and drive, like be careful, don't drink too much. And especially since we have phones, nobody wants to drink a lot and make a fool of themselves out. Like maybe like 20 years ago, before like technology and like phones were around, you could drink and go to a club and like act an ass and freaking pass out or do something really embarrassing, and you could play it off because there's no evidence. Now with phones everywhere, it's like, hey, if you do something really stupid, it's gonna be recorded and people are gonna like, you know, you might get canceled because of it. You could lose your job, different things. So we realize like the societal kind of cons of it, you know, with phones, because it's like if you get caught doing something terrible, it's like, hey, you're caught, there's proof. And then we also realize the physical like cons of it. So knowing that like it's not good for your liver, knowing that it ages you, knowing that it makes your skin bad, it makes you look older sooner. It's just like, we don't want that. Even like with hangovers, I'm 25 now, and if I have like a couple beers, I'm gonna feel it, and the next day I'm gonna feel a little bit more blue. So we know about these things, and I feel like for Gen Z, we're actively avoiding them. The fourth reason, drinking alone isn't really fun. So I think with some of these other drugs that I was talking about, you can kind of do them alone. Whereas with drinking, if you like finish a whole bottle of wine by yourself, or if you finish a 6-pack of beers by yourself, or if you have a handle and you're like killing it by yourself at night, it kind of feels kind of sad and lonely. Like I feel like drinking has always been one of those things that you want to do with somebody else. Whereas with other things, like again, like smoking or taking edibles, you can like do that and watch a movie and like have like a grand time by yourself. Me personally, I don't smoke or do any like THC, but I know people that do. Especially here in LA, like THC is way bigger than alcohol. So many more people will imbue whatever edibles, droplets, because it's super normalized. It's been here for so long, like probably ever since I got here in 2018, 2017. I think it was recreational since like 2016 to 2017. So almost 10 years now here. All in all, I think Gen Z, we're just kind of realizing that like alcohol isn't like the end all be all of things. It's always pushed to us. It's always pushed in the media. Different commercials will have it, and different TV shows it'll always be like, okay, like at the end of the day, the lady goes home and has a big glass of wine, or businessmen, they'll have a decanter of scotch, and they'll like sip it a little bit throughout the day to kind of talk business and stuff. It's like, it has slowly been, I think, pushed to us for so long, but we're waking up and realizing like, hey, alcohol, it's not even that great. Number one, there's a lot of cons like hangovers and what it does to your body, and we care about like how we look, I think, as well too. We care about how our bodies function. And then three, there's like so many other drugs to try. Like for me, I'm not gonna let you guys know everything that I do, but there are a lot of drugs out there to try, especially here in California. A lot of things are decriminalized here too, so it's not really hard to get your hands on different things. And then I feel like once you try like other things, you realize that, hey, alcohol's not even even that great. I think for most people, it's just the most accessible drug out there. That's another thing. It's just like, it's so easy to go to any store. There's liquor stores literally on every corner. At Walmart, they have it. Freaking restaurants serve it to you. There's, you know, actual like big chains that have it, like Total Wine and Bevmo and stuff. So I think alcohol is the most accessible thing, and it's also the most socially acceptable thing. Like if you pull up to a party with like, I don't know, like some lean or something, you're gonna seem like an outcast. But if you pull up with like a bottle of 1942, you're gonna be a hero, a champion. So yeah, it's just kind of weird how I think that we measure alcohol in the scales in terms of everything else. But yeah, as Gen Zers, we're just kind of like, yeah, we're waking up a bit. So comment down below, do you guys still drink? I'm kind of trying to figure out, because again, I did stop a month ago. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go for, but all in all, I feel great. Like I feel like I look healthier, my body feels healthier, and my mind is so much clearer. Like I feel like my thoughts are more clear to myself. So if you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications, because I do post videos every day. And if this video resonated with you, check out this video over here about the top 4 alcohol alternatives if you guys are trying to try something different. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.